Batman Universe Issue 1 sees Batman hunting down the Riddler, getting Alfred to tell him the villain's most recent riddle he left. Leaving the Batmobile, Batman takes to the skies to get to the hotel Alfred tells him Riddler just broke into. Heading to the obvious trap, Batman finds multiple Riddler decoys. Alfred says that most of them are Hollywood stuntmen teams hired by Edward for a false robbery. Batman attacks the stuntmen, finding the real Riddler amongst them. Fighting his way to him, Edward pulls a gun on the Dark Knight, who tackles him through a restaurant window. Apprehending the villain, Batman takes back the Fabergé egg that he had stolen, demanding to know who his buyer is. The Riddler keeps saying, "When is the Riddler not the Riddler?" over and over again as Alfred says that he's picking up a unique reading. Suddenly there is a bright light in front of Batman, which fires at him, knocking him out. Later the cops find the unconscious Batman, trying to remove his mask, but he awakens, telling them not to and asking where the Riddler is. The stuntmen Riddlers are all interviewed by the police, saying that they were hired for some type of prank show. Unbeknownst to them, it was really the Riddler who was hiring them. Batman meets with Gordon, telling Jim that the Riddler was scared of something and the robbery wasn't his plan, he was being used. Jim gives him information on the original owner of the egg, Jonah Hex. So Batman begins tracking down Jonah's only living relative, Ginny Hex, knowing she donated the egg to the museum in her great-grandfather's name, but wants to know from her who gave it to her. Ginny reluctantly reveals that it was an inheritance and she knew she wouldn't ever get the $15 million it was worth, so she just donated it since it was valuable and didn't belong in some dusty trunk in the back of her mechanic shop. Batman asks if she had seen anyone suspicious, but Ginny only points out Batman being the only suspicious one to ever come to see her. Batman wonders if she knew about her great-grandfather, and she does, knowing he wasn't a very nice man, and wonders if he stole the egg because she didn't steal it. Batman believes her, heading back to the Batmobile where Alfred alerts him to the Riddler being spotted. After he takes off, Ginny heads back inside, opening her trunk and looking at a picture of Jonah. In Amsterdam, Riddler tells his contact he needs to leave the nightclub, but the man doesn't want him to, since a famous American villain has drawn so many people to his club. Riddler begins to get more paranoid, and for good reason, as Batman arrives. But Riddler isn't scared of Batman though, who's behind Batman that he is scared of, as Deathstroke has arrived. Slade gloats over getting the drop on Batman, and they both fight, and Batman wants to know who Riddler works for, but the villain slashes him across the chest as he throws a batarang at the Riddler, preventing him from escaping. Batman asks who Slade is working for, but he never gets the answer as Edward begins to escape, distracting Batman enough for Slade to get the upper hand in their fight. Luckily, Green Arrow shows up, taking down Slade with a gas arrow and trapping Riddler, asking Riddler and Batman what this all is about. Batman Universe Issue 1 was a really cool beginning to Brian Michael Bendis' Batman book, a book and character that suits him very well. I enjoy when writers write Batman as a detective, and we are getting some of that here, not to mention the team-ups with characters like Green Arrow. It all makes for a really fun book, and I'm interested in the storyline with the Riddler and who the Riddler is working for. The art by Nick Derrington is also really cool as well. It's very nice and flashy, and the first person panels at the beginning of the book were really cool, and I wish more artists did stuff like that. It was really interesting to see from that point of view in a comic. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.